What's crack-a-lackin'? I'm back again. I'm sorry. First off, I'm sorry for the previous video. I noticed that my voice was pretty static. It was kind of hard to understand. But if you watch my video using a headphones, it should be clear enough to understand. But I found out that I sat too close to the mic. It was a big revelation to me. Kind of makes me look like an idiot, so I'm sorry, but I'm gonna make it up to you with this video today. So what this video today is gonna cover is the top 5 best players in each position. This was the players are going to be the players I'm going to be presenting with you today is kind of subjective and objective at the same time. It's players that I've used, I've tested with, and also players that I've researched through FIFA forums, Reddit, YouTube, so I know a lot about these players and I know that they're going to help you in this weekend league. The purpose of these players are to help players like you and myself that aren't too hot on cash right now, don't have the time to trade or open packs, to get top players. The players I'm going to be showing you is at max 60k. They're going to be around 20 to 30k. These are very overpowered players, players that I know personally because I've used them a lot. I know how they function well with each other. I know that they're very good on the ball, very overpowered. So they'll be destroying 2 mil, 3 mil squads. I've used some of these players in the weekend league. I achieved good results with them. I know they can help you. So I'm going to be covering these players in Footbin, so I can show you what kind of stats they have when I apply their best chem style. So yeah, we're going to be going over that. So starting off, we're going to be covering the goalkeepers. So first off, I'm going to be talking about Ariella. This guy was in my previous video. He helped me a lot in the weekend league. Oops, I'm sorry, but I showed his PSG card. I should be showing his Real Madrid card. It's important to know that he's French goalkeeper, plays in the La Liga. He'll have a perfect link to French players and Real Madrid players, so he can fit in many hybrid squads. This guy is very overpowered. I mean, he helped me a lot. He's a very good goalkeeper and regarded, best by, some of my close peers, friends. He's a very solid option, and he's only 2.9k. Next up, we have Hugo Lloris. Hugo Lloris, he's a bit pricey at 27k, but trust me, he's well worth his price. I used him in our Premier League squad, and he was very solid for me. He made a really good saves. 91 reflexes. He can save the near post shots. Good at deflecting shots. He's just a very good goalkeeper in this game, like he was with FIFA 19, and yeah, he's French as well, so he can be put in a French hybrid squad. He's in the Premier League. He'll link well to Tottenham players, French players. He's a good option, and I highly recommend him. Next, we're going on to Neto. This guy's a bit slept on, but the players that have used him know what he's about. He's only 11k. But he's a very solid option as a goalkeeper. He's Brazilian, so he'll fit in Brazilian squads. He plays in the La Liga. He'll have good hyperlink to Lenglet, Gerard Piqué, since he's a Barcelona player. But in terms of his ability, he's very solid. Yeah, and he'll get the job done for you. Next, we have Oblak. He is the priciest of the 5, but since it's a market crash right now, the max top tier goalkeeper is going to be around 70k. Oblak is pretty much one of the most expensive ones, but He's only 65K. He's very affordable. That's why he's in this list. That's why, you know, I believe that you guys can afford him, and then he's well worth the price. It's been noted by pros that he's a good, solid option. It's a bit hard to link because of his nationality, but since he plays in the La Liga, he'll provide good gold links to players like Militao, Langlet. Yeah, he's very good. He's a top tier goalkeeper. Now, moving on to Ter Stegen. This guy is probably the best affordable goalkeeper and the best for your money goalkeeper, and he's in general actually the best goalkeeper. Regarded by a lot of pros that he is the best goalkeeper in game. Look at those stats: 90 reflexes, 88 diving. Just he's tanked up on stats, and he's 61K, which is a bit expensive, but he is well worth the price. And if you have enough money to pick him up, I highly recommend you do that. And yeah, this has been the top five goalkeepers that you can that are affordable in FIFA 20, and now we're gonna be moving on to left backs. So now we're back. We're gonna be looking over the left backs. So first up is Roy Silon. I used him in my previous video. He's a fan favorite of mine. Very solid, a tank at the back with the anchor chem style. 90 goes up to 94 pace, 87 defense, 83 physical. So he'll bully players off the ball. He's only 2.9k. He's very cheap to pick up, and I highly recommend him. Now we're moving on to Marcelo. You know, this guy's 5-star skills. Only about 14k. Plays in the La Liga. Is Brazilian, good links. The best chem style for him is anchor, which puts him up to 86 pace. He already has 89 dribbling, 83 passing, 84 physical, so he won't be pushed off the ball. 86 defense, which makes him a viable left back. And I've used him before. He's very fun to use. Because of his 5-star skills, he'll dribble past most players. Very evasive, and yeah, he's a very good pickup. Now we're moving on to Teles, another Brazilian. But in this FIFA, there aren't a lot of good left backs for budget price. So yeah, this guy is another beast. With an anchor chem style, he goes up to 90 pace. Already has good passing, 81 dribbling, so that's good for left back. 89 defense, so he'll be making tackles all day, no problem. Because of his 90 pace, he'll be catching up to your opponent's wingers, and yeah, he's really good. Good nationality to link up with. Now we have Jordi Alba. This guy's a bit slept on in Ultimate Team, but in my experience, he feels very evasive on the ball because he has 83 dribbling. For a left back, he feels like he can dribble past anyone. He feels like a ringer at the left back. He with a sentinel chem style, his defense goes up to 90, his physical goes up to 80. 92 stamina, 91 jumping. He'll win back a couple of headers. 83 dribbling. So he's very smooth on the ball, 90 pace. So he'll catch up to your opponent's wingers like no sweat. Very solid option. Plays in the La Liga, so good links. Now we have the final left back. He's Scottish, so there's not a lot of links in terms of nationality, but he plays in the Premier League. He's a Liverpool player, so he'll link up to Van Dijk. With an anchor, he goes up to 90 pace, 89 defense, which is really really good. He'll also be making tackles all day. 80 physical, which puts him up to 90 aggression. So he'll be um really pushing your opponent's wingers, and yeah, he'll be getting balls back like easy. 94 stamina, so he'll last the entire game. And yeah, that's it. That's the top 5 left backs you can pick up right now in Ultimate Team. So now we're moving on to the top 5 right backs. We're starting off with Carvajal. This guy's a bit slept on, to be honest, in Ultimate Team, but if you apply a Shadow Camp style on him, just look at those stats: 93 pace, 90 defense. His physical's already good, 90 stamina, he'll last the entire game. He has solid dribbling, good passing, and he'll catch up to your opponent's wingers like no sweat, no trouble. He's very good pickup, and yeah, trust me, he is a hidden gem. Now we have in my opinion, the 2 best right backs in FIFA 19, in FIFA 20 that aren't icons. It's tied between Cancelo and Kyle Walker. They're Cancelo's only 11k. He's he's the cheaper option between the two. With an anchor cam style, he goes up to 95 pace, 87 dribbling. He has 92 stamina. He'll last the entire game. He has 4 stock his skill moves. He feels like a winger at the back. He'll tackle your opponent's wingers, and he'll dribble past the extra player and provide a good pass. Walker, with the anchor cam style, goes up to 96 pace. Wingers won't get past this guy. This guy's a physical monster as well, with 82 strength, 93 jumping, a good defense. He's not as evasive as Cancelo, but he gets the job done defensively, and I really recommend him. Now, Semedo. This guy is a fan favorite. He was in my previous video as well. But he really blew me away. He was very crucial towards my victories. He's already 92 pace. It says 81 dribbling, but trust me, it feels like 85, 86. He feels super evasive on the ball. Once he starts dribbling, it feels like he can get past any player. He's with the Sentinel. He has 88 defense. With 83 physical. He's a beast at the back. He's a tank. He can do everything. Dribble, very fast, good physical, and I highly recommend this guy. He plays in the La Liga, so he'll have good links to Barcelona players like Lenglet. Now we're going on to this guy. 1.4k, very cheap, but this guy is another hidden gem like Carvajal. This guy is very good for me in FIFA 19. FIFA 20, he's still really good as well. He's in the Bundesliga, so he'll be perfect in the Bundesliga squad. 91 pace, 6 feet tall, good solid jumping, 91 stamina. He lasts the entire game. But this guy's very useful for defending the back post against Ronaldo's, and this look at the stats. It's very well rounded, and if you apply the backbone on him, he goes up to 77 passing, 85 physical, 80 defense. This guy's a certified tank. So yeah, these were the top 5 right backs that you need to pick up. Hey, so we're moving on to the CDM slash center mids. These are players that you either play at CDM or CM depending on the formation you're running. But these players are genuinely sweeper type players that may act as a fifth defender, or good at distributing the ball going forward. They usually do both. So we're starting off with Sissoko with a shadow. He is 92 pace, 87 defense, 89 physical. This guy is a god. Honestly, one of the tankiest players in FIFA 20. There's no disputing that. He's 6'2", so he's a discount Vieira that you can pick up for 3.6k. Come on, you need to pick this guy up. Now moving on to Axel Witsel, another tall player, 4-star, 4-star. He's he feels very evasive on the ball. With a shadow, he's 85 pace, 91 defense. But what else can I say about that? Like, this guy's very good on the ball and very good defensively. Now we're moving on to Goretzka. Goretzka, he's basically the gold version of Hullet on this game. Very well rounded. So I didn't have to put a camp style on him. Just put him on basic, and you can see the stats for yourself. He's already a tank. You can play him at CM or CDM. Any way you want. He'll go forward and do well. He'll be in defense. He'll do well. He's 6'2" as well, so he'll win a lot of headers. And yeah, he's very good. Now we have Allen, one of my favorite cards in the game. His price 11k, but like, this guy is the Brazilian counterpart to Kante. He's a Brazilian Kante, but like, nobody knows about that. He's just as good as Kante, but like, he's like 20 times as less in terms of cost. He's very good on the ball in terms of dribbling, in terms of defending. 80 pace, which is enough to be a sweeper type of player. 4-star skills. He can be put in Serie A squads and Brazilian squads. He's a fan favorite, and you must pick him up. Now you have Frankie De Jong. This guy. He's only got up for like 18k with the anchors camp style. He goes up to 84 pace. He's already 88 dribbling, so he's very evasive on the ball. 84 defense. He can do it all basically. Look at the stats; they're very well rounded. He's gonna do a solid job for you defensively and offensively, and he is a must buy. So thank you. These were the top 5, CDM/CMs. So yeah, that was it, guys. That wraps up the video for today. So I basically split this video into 2 halves. The first half covers the best players in like the top 5 players in each defensive position, which would cover the CDMs, the defenders, and the goalkeepers. So in the second half, I'll be covering the cams, the strikers, the left wingers, and the right wingers. So stay tuned for that. And for now, leave a like, share the video with your friends if you can, and please subscribe. And yeah, just wait for the second part of the video. Thanks.